Hello, my name is Jacek Morawski. I'm Director of Engineering for Natural Resources Americas. Samir Briko presented us with a challenge, and that was to deliver excellence to our clients. We have prepared a number of modules which will help you as managers and leads manage the projects and deliver excellence to our clients. The modules cover items such as planning, scheduling, estimating. These are all elements that we need to be able to do properly for our projects and consistently. For these modules, when you're presenting, make sure that you've done a number of dry runs so that you get comfortable with the material. If you're comfortable with the material, you'll be able to respond to questions much more easily. On the day of the presentation, be there early. Test your equipment, test your computer, test the links, test the PowerPoint presentation, make sure everything works properly so that you don't have any hiccups during the presentation. Start every module with a safety moment. AMEC is all about safe performance. We want to deliver our projects in a safe way, and we want our people to be safe. The other option is to do a performance moment. Performance moments are all about engineering excellence. So choose items that relate to your business and how you can improve your performance on projects. What we're presenting in these modules is not only what we need to do, but who needs to do it, why we do it, and how we do it. We want you to have all of the tools necessary in order to deliver excellently on our projects. What these modules will provide our staff is the skills to be able to do their jobs better. We need to be able to not only do the technical aspects of our work, but to manage our technical aspects, to manage our progress, to manage our schedule, to manage our outcomes. We will be able to influence our customers. We will be able to influence our project management. Knowledge is power, and with that knowledge, you'll be able to convince our customers, as well as our project management, that maybe there is a different way. By understanding where you are, what your progress is, how you need to meet your schedule, how your staff is performing, you can make a difference. You can change the outcome. You can improve our performance. We need to ensure that we are making money on our projects. We are a business. We also need to ensure that our customers are not losing money. And it's your job to ensure that that is so. There are a number of things that flow through all of the modules, and I'd like to speak to you a little bit about these. You'll find that engineering management is about 6 fundamental elements. It's about understanding scope. It's about understanding and developing your schedule. It's about building your resources. It's about productivity. It's about technical quality. It's about interfaces. At the start of every module, we would like you to focus on which of these 6 elements are integrated or are related to the subject that you're presenting. We want you to talk about accountabilities and responsibilities. In Module 1, we've captured what the roles and responsibilities are of all of the engineering management roles. Project discipline lead, area discipline lead, project engineering manager, area engineering manager, and so on. These roles and responsibilities are based on what was developed in the AMEC way and is aligned with our project management plan as well as our procedures. What you need to do is try to explain specifics around all of the functions that we do in engineering and how they relate to our roles and responsibilities. Depending on the size of the project, these roles merge. So the project engineering manager and the area engineering manager's roles merge together. Every module talks about a specific aspect of engineering management. You need to go back to the roles and responsibilities and identify which of those apply to that specific subject. The challenge we have with engineering management is that our customers' expectations and AMEC's expectations are changing. We are in our roles because we're technically competent. All of you know what you're doing from a technical perspective. Where we need to go with engineering management is focus more on the business aspects of engineering. We need to have the skills to manage our customer, to manage our staff, to understand the scope, to ensure that we're following our scope, and when change occurs, that we're managing it. We need to understand our schedule. We need to influence how we do our work. We need to make sure that our staff is aligned with our customers' expectations. So as the projects get bigger, you need to focus more on the administrative or the management side or the business side of engineering than you have in the past. You need to balance between the technical and the business aspects of running your discipline, of running your project. It's a cultural shift. We're all very good at doing the technical parts of our job. We all went to engineering school. We learned that at school, at university. The business aspect is something that AMEC needs to help you with. And these modules will provide that kind of support. We need to blend our favorite ways of doing things with the AMEC way. We need consistency. That's why we took the time and effort to put these modules together. And it's your job to make sure that our staff understand these ways. There are a number of suggested exercises that should happen during these modules. That's what makes these modules alive. As an example, when you're speaking about strategic project delivery objectives, don't just present what those are. Don't just flash the form up on the screen, but actually work an example with the group that's with you. Choose something which is related to what we're working or what they're working on a specific project. The one I chose was Design One, Build Many. Many of our clients today are looking for repeated designs. In that way, they save money. They're more cost efficient. So why not use that as an example for one of these SPDOs, Strategic Project Delivery Objectives? Have it worked through beforehand so that you can help your group work through the examples. There are a lot of places where we make references to the AMEC way, where we make references to the AMEC document library. Take the opportunity to actually do it in a live fashion. Have a second screen up during the presentation. Have a second computer. Maybe get some assistance from a second individual so that while you're speaking, he can operate and go right into the AMEC way and actually flash up some of the elements. That gives a real live aspect to what's being presented. What's also important to note is that the types of projects that we work on, the contract types, as well as the contractual terms, don't change our roles and responsibilities. They change the focus. As an example, when we're working in a lump sum environment, we're spending AMEC's money. If we're working on a reimbursable project, we're spending the customer's money. But our roles and responsibilities remain the same. So you need to bring that point across to your staff. Another element that you'll find throughout all of the modules is the use of the red stars. The red stars identify where there are specific responsibilities that the leads have. As presenters, you should focus in on those and relate it back to the responsibilities defined in Module 1. An important element of this program is that we do pre-tests, post-tests, and long-term evaluations. We want to make sure that our staff is successful. So we want to baseline their knowledge. That's what the pre-test is. We want to post-test them a few days after they've received the material in order to evaluate how much of the material has actually sunk in. And what we're aspiring to is 100%. So the way I suggest that you do the post-test is to provide your employees with a 4-hour block of time scheduled in their day where they can sit down and do these post-tests, which are identical to the pre-tests, but in a calm fashion. They can refer to all their material, make it open book, allow them to work together, because after all, what we're looking for is for them to actually learn the material and get the answer right. The next part of evaluation is the long-term evaluation. What we would like is that all the managers on projects, as well as line managers, evaluate the progress of our staff from a behavioral perspective. We want to see if there's a shift. Do we have that shift that we are looking for? Is our staff moving from being purely technical to being thinking in the business terms of our disciplines? So what I'm suggesting is that we perform evaluations 30 days, 180 days, and 270 days following the training sessions. These evaluations should be two-sided. They should be the employee's evaluation of how he thinks he's performing, as well as the supervisor's evaluation. Then you tie those together and link them in to the PDRs. The critical concepts about these presentations are that the leads are responsible and accountable for the work. No one else. They need to take that responsibility. We need to get that message through to them. We need them to understand that their performance is going to be measured. It's not good enough to just sit in the course and listen. We're looking for that change in behavior. What's the impact we're looking for? We're looking for a more effective and more efficient engineering staff. We want them to be able to better meet the customer's expectations and AMEC's expectations. And what are these expectations? We want you to use the material. We want you to learn. We want you to improve. We want our staff to be able to provide feedback. We want this material to be dynamic as well. So take the comments from your staff after you've presented and modify your material. Modify your presentation and bring the material back to myself or my team or AMEC Academy, and we'll keep on improving what's in these modules. The most important expectation of this training is that these modules, this material, is good for you. It's good for AMEC, and it's good for the customer. And what it'll ensure is that what we deliver is the AMEC way. Thank you.